Welcome, dear learners, to the MOOC course on Philosophical Foundation of Education. This is Module 10, and here we are going to discuss on Sri Aurobindo Ghosh and his educational philosophy. So, this presentation explores the profound contribution of Sri Aurobindo Ghosh. He is a distinguished from 20th century Indian philosopher to spiritual philosophy and education, a man of extraordinary intellect and versatile genius. Aurobindo's life journey took him from political activism to deep spiritual insight, culminating in his integral yoga and transformative educational philosophy. We will examine his life philosophical foundations and lasting impact on Indian thought and practice. So, here in this part, we are going to discuss about his early life and education. So, Aurobindo Ghosh was born on August 15, 1872 in Calcutta. His father, Dr. D.K. Ghosh, raised him in a westernized environment. At the age of 7, he was sent to England for education. He excelled at the University of Cambridge, mastering classical and modern European languages. Returning to India in 1892, Aurobindo embraced his native culture, studying yoga and Indian languages, including Sanskrit. So Aurobindo Ghosh was a political activist. So what he did during the call for Swaraj. From 1902 to 1910, Aurobindo actively participated in India's struggle for independence, joining the Indian National Congress and advocating for Swaraj, that is self-government. He promoted his revolutionary ideas through the Bengali daily Yugnatar and the English daily Vande Mataram. Considered a dangerous leader by the British, he was imprisoned in 1908, making a turning point in his life. So he was imprisoned in the jail of Alipur. So how the Alipur jail had made his life a transformation into a spiritual awakening? Let's have a look. During his imprisonment, Aurobindo turned to yoga, meditation, and spiritual literature. This period marked a profound transformation, leading him to become a philosopher and seer. His time in jail was crucial for his spiritual growth. So, his imprisonment was not in vain. He had developed himself to a spiritual human being. So, that was the turning point of his life. So, imprisonment as a catalyst for spiritual redirection was the turning point of the life of Aurobindo Ghosh. At the jail itself, he made himself prepared for yoga and meditation through intensive engagement with inner practices. He also had a philosophical shift in the jail itself. So he emerged himself as a philosopher and seer in the jail, that is the jail of Alipur. Next, his integral yoga after his completion of the imprisonment, his life had a new chapter of yoga in Pondicherry Ashram. So in 1910, Aurobindo moved to Pondicherry, where he spent the remaining 40 years of his life developing integral yoga. So this holistic approach aimed for a fulfilled and spiritually transformed life on earth. He established an international ashram and an international center of education, dedicating himself to educational and social activities. His new chapter of integral yoga mainly consists of three things: holistic approach, educational initiatives, and social activities. So, as per his holistic approach, he maintained integral yoga, focusing on complete transformation of human being. So he always had an impression that one will have a holistic approach of life by focusing on integral yoga, and this will completely transform a human being into a spiritual human being. And he also have some educational initiatives like establishment of the International Center of Education. He also have done some social activities like engaging in community development and upliftment. Now, what he means by integral yoga, he have mentioned in his but he has developed his yoga spirit when he was in jail, Alipur jail. But what he mean by integral yoga, he mean by unifying spirit and matter. So integral yoga developed by Sri Aurobindo seeks to integrate all aspects of human existence: physical, vital, mental, psychic and spiritual, to achieve a divine life on earth. It emphasizes that spiritual realization should not lead to a rejection of the world, but to its transformation. So, integral yoga actually consists of these 4 points. First is physical, which is health and strength of the body. Then mental, clear and focused thinking. Third is spiritual, realization of the divine within. And fourth is psychic, development of inner awareness. So, integral yoga consists of these 4 points: physical, mental, spiritual, and psychic. So, what actually Sri Aurobindo's integral yoga is? Sri Aurobindo's integral yoga seeks human beings' transformation. It integrates body, mind, and spirit into divine consciousness. This path isn't about withdrawal. It is about transforming life itself into a divine existence. He also mentioned union with the divine under 3 points. So, what are these? Like realizing divine consciousness, manifesting the divine in all life aspects, transforming daily life, integrating spirituality into daily routines and experiences, achieving higher awareness, rising above limited perceptions for divine insights. So these are the 3 points through which he mentioned there will be union with the divine, that is realizing divine consciousness, transforming daily life, and achieving higher awareness. His divine the integral yoga also, he mentioned that through this yoga, integral yoga, there will be triple transformation. The what are those transformation? One is psychic transformation, one is spiritual transformation, and one is supramental transformation. So what actually psychic transformation is? It's the soul awakening. It is the first step of transformation of a human being through integral yoga, like soul awakening. Next is spiritual transformation, so ascending into higher consciousness. Then supramental transformation, that is achieving divine perfection on earth. So these are the 3 or triple transformation that can take place through integral yoga and meditation. There is also an aspect like aspiration, rejection, and surrender. So, sincere aspiration, that is yearning for the divine, is the foundation. Rejection of lower nature. Rejecting lower nature brings progress. And surrender to the divine will. So, progress is made through devotion and letting go. So, this is the way through which a man can achieve higher position in life, progress in life, through devotion and letting go. That is through sincere aspiration, rejection of lower nature, and surrender oneself to the divine will. The psychic being. His integral yoga will make a human being into a psychic being through 4 different stages, like taking charge. How? The soul guides the life. our Atma, the soul. It guides our life, that is to take the charge. Then guiding emotions. Emotions align with the truth. So our emotions always align with the truth. So if this four circles will be completed, then one will become a psychic human being, that is taking charge, guiding emotions, then directing thoughts, and these thoughts pursue divine goals, and fourthly, informing actions. Actions will reflect the divine will. So if all the four steps will be fulfilled, then one human being can attain the psychic being, life of a psychic being. There are core principles of Aurobindo's educational philosophy. So, Sri Aurobindo's educational philosophy is deeply rooted in his spiritual vision. He emphasizes the holistic development of the individual, aiming to bring out each student's inherent potential. According to Aurobindo, education should be a process of self discovery and integral growth. And how one can have this self discovery and integral growth? Through three different steps, that is, holistic development, self discovery, and integral growth. So, these are the actual three principles of Aurobindo's educational philosophy. So, how holistic development will take place? By nurturing physical, mental, and spiritual aspects. Self discovery can happen by encouraging students to find their inner potential. And integral growth can take place by promoting a balanced and harmonious development. So these are the 3 points where the core principles of Aurobindo's educational philosophy is based upon. That is the holistic development, self-discovery, and integral growth. Now there are some key elements, that is the teacher's role and curriculum design in Aurobindo's educational philosophy. So in Aurobindo's educational framework, the teacher serves as a guide and facilitator, helping students discover their unique potential. The curriculum is designed to integrate various subjects like fostering creativity, critical thinking, and a deep understanding of Indian culture and spirituality. So the teacher's role and the curriculum design mainly is that teacher as a guide, that means he or she is a facilitator. And if we look out in the curriculum, it should be an interdisciplinary approach. That means it should be an integrated curriculum. And the curriculum should leads to fostering innovative thinking. That means it should leads to creativity. So curriculum and teachers are integrated. How? By if there is an interdisciplinary approach and it leads to innovative thinking, then that thinking will be done only through the way shown by the teacher. That means the teacher will be a facilitator. So there is a person who continues Aurobindo's legacy, and she is Mira Alfaza, known as the mother. So she played a pivotal role in realizing Sri Aurobindo's vision. She collaborated closely with Aurobindo, contributing significantly to the establishment and management of the ashram and the International Center of Education. The mother emphasized the importance of inner transformation and collective progress through 3 steps. By taking 3 steps. How? Through collaboration. That means working with Sri Aurobindo. Secondly, ashram management. She always looks over the community of the ashram management. Then third is the inner transformation. She always emphasized with the collaboration of Sri Aurobindo for personal growth of each and every human being. Now, we are going to discuss about Aurobindo's philosophical thought. What is his thought behind his educational philosophy? We are going to discuss his educational philosophy in the next part of this video, but here we are going to sum up with his philosophical thought. So, Sri Aurobindo's philosophy emerged from his life, education, and experiences, bringing Indian aestheticism and Western materialism. His views synthesize Eastern and Western cultures, spiritual and material values, and science and Vedanta. He emphasizes integral yoga and divine life, believing the Vedas contain the highest truths of science and religion. So, what actually integral yoga and terrestrial evolution is, which comes from his educational thought? First is rejection of moksha. Aurobindo rejected the traditional Indian approach of striving for moksha as a means of reaching happier, transcendental planes of existence. So, his terrestrial life as goal. Instead, he held that terrestrial life itself, in its higher evolutionary stages, is the real goal of creation. Then, supermind principle. He believed that matter, life, and mind would be succeeded by supermind, creating a joyful life, expressing love, harmony, unity, and knowledge. So he also mentioned about awareness of true self and divinity. As per awareness of true self and divinity, he focused on three things. First is reality of being. Second is integrating the spirit. Third is the light of existence. So in reality of being, Sri Aurobindo's philosophy is based on the concept of reality of being and consciousness amidst the big universe in which we live. He taught people to become aware of their true selves and feel the presence of divinity lying within them. He asked people to feel the spirit while spending each and every moment of their lives. He also said that the main objective is to experience the delight of existence. He showed a different path of enjoying and deriving pleasure. Besides, he also mentioned about discovering higher spiritual nature. So, how to discover this higher spiritual nature? To strive to discover the higher spiritual nature through discovering true self, and also rise in consciousness by discovering true self brings a rise in consciousness, and ignorance is replaced by knowledge, paving the way for success. If we go for discussing the integral yoga as a part of educational thought of Aurobindo, we can divide his integral yoga into fourfold yoga. One is Jnana Yoga, that is the yoga of knowledge. Second is Bhakti Yoga, that is the yoga of devotion. Third is Karma Yoga, that is the yoga of activity. And fourth is Dhyana Yoga, that is the yoga of concentration. These are the fourfold yogas which it comprises of the integral yoga of educational, behind the educational thoughts of Sri Aurobindo Ghosh. His philosophy also pointed out about evolution of consciousness. So first, he have evolution of consciousness from unconscious stage to life to mind to then supermind. He have divided into 4 steps. First, we are unconscious about the organized matter. Then comes to life, emergence of life. Then comes to mind, that is the development of mind. Then comes the supermind, future evolution into superman. So that is the evolution of consciousness, which is the thought behind Aurobindo's philosophy. He also mentioned integralism through transformation. So human mind, integralism through transformation into 4 ways. How? Transformation of human mind, transformation of human life, transformation of human body, and transformation into supermind. So this transformation through integral yoga can take place in this 4 stages. Like first is what we have already discussed, that is transformation of human mind, then comes human life, then comes human body, and then the supermind. So this is what about integralism through transformation. Now there is also the dynamic relationship between mind and consciousness, as the educational thought of Aurobindo is has highlighted. So first is the psychic change, that is these four stages relate the dynamic relationship between mind and consciousness. First is the psychic change, then comes the integral living, then comes the integral personality, then the fourth is the unity among humans. These are the four stages, or four we can say the four dimensions through which there is a dynamic relation created between the mind and our consciousness. So this is also pointed or reflected in the educational thought behind Aurobindo's educational philosophy. So Sri Aurobindo's interpretation of ignorance. He also interpret ignorance in these three stages. First is conscious personality. So man is conscious of his personality. His interpretation of ignorance into three things, like consciousness, conscious personality, oblivious being, and the mind. So conscious personality means the man is conscious of his personality. We all know about it. Next is the oblivious being. That means oblivious of the rest of his infinite being. And mind. Man with a mind cannot be ignorant. So his interpretation of ignorance are pointed out in these 3 points. Now reconciling Indian spiritualism and European materialism. So Aurobindo's aim to reconcile Indian spiritualism and European materialism by creating a philosophy that gives equal importance to both spirit and matter. He attempted this reconciliation through his philosophical books. Now, the conclusion, a lasting impact on Indian thought. Sri Aurobindo's contribution to spiritual philosophy and education remain invaluable. His integral yoga and educational philosophy continue to inspire individuals and institutions worldwide. His emphasis on holistic development, self-discovery, and the integration of spirit and matter provides a guiding light for the future of education in India and beyond. So this impact can be seen on the 3 points. First is the holistic approach, second is inspiration, and third is the global impact, which is the transformation of life. This is all about the philosophy, educational thought, and the early life of Aurobindo's Ghosh philosophy. Thank you.